now.
It's peanut butter Phlox'em time.
Yeah, can you taste that beat?
Stick to the roof of your jam-in mind. Don't let it stop, don't let it stop. It's peanut butter Phlox'em time.
Hello, welcome back everyone. We are finally doing some just Phlox'em all content. There's been a lot of Final Refrain stuff, which has been very fun, but I am super excited to be getting back into some of my own stuff, and we're starting with KAGI Season 13. Very large season. I think this is the biggest season we've had yet, for sure. I am in the Unfathomable pod, and I've got my first opponent here, which is CarreyP. I don't think I've ever played against them before, so it should be interesting. I've had a lot of issues trying to figure out what decks to play for this season. I like to try and change it up, but the problem is for KAGI, you kind of also need to know your decks, and I just haven't been able to play nearly as much as I used to, I feel like. And so having sort of that familiarity with decks hasn't been coming as naturally from just kind of playing. Just coordinating with the opponent here. But sorry, didn't have my thoughts together here. I think I'm gonna go with this one. This is a very interesting TOC deck that I've been playing. I just like it. It's just fun. There's nothing too crazy about it. The Untamed is kind of that weird mix of like some of the cards are super bursty, some of them you just never want to see, like triple Niffle Apes. The redemption is pretty board focused, but if you can build a board, it can do a lot. The Mantle of the Zealot is pretty interesting in there. A lot of your amber control is coming from that house. And then the logos looks really cool, except that it's got... So I have felt that way about a lot of my TOC decks, Captain Gale, that I have not had fun with a lot of them, but the ones that I like are very fun. So I have another one that I might actually play this season that is like this really funky, like 109 sass. Like future is past, kind of crazy archiving, but like very kind of low on amber control and stuff, and it's just very fun. And this is one where this deck just kind of feels like it doesn't really feel very much like a tokens deck. But what's really interesting about this one is you have first or last and double standardized testing, and you have a 1 power token. So you're kind of always doing this like balancing of when do I actually need to nuke the board versus kind of keep going with my reaping and stuff. But these guys also have just a very solid reapability of archiving the top of the deck. You do have the Garwin there where you can maybe do some combos out of that. You've got the Neutron Shark and then the Archimedes, so you can do some nice kind of archiving there. I don't know, it's just fun. I think it'll kind of test a lot of you know, hand crafting and things like that, especially with this Untamed. You have to really be proactive about making sure you have amber control ready to go. So to me, playing this deck kind of feels like playing AOA. It's a little bit different, but you have these sort of glaring weaknesses there, but it also does like the artifact control, and it's not a deck that feels super dependent on its artifacts, which like has been a struggle for me because I love artifacts and I love artifact centric decks, but in adaptive they can just be very hit or miss, and I've just been betrayed too many times by my artifacts coming from my opponents and not showing up for me. Yeah, EP is also a good skill testing card in there, again, when you kind of decide to play it or not. You've also got the Bouncing Death Quirk with the Archimedes, which is really fun. Eddie is a very big card for sort of your taxing to make sure you're getting as much value out of that as well, but like the Snorettes and stuff, there's just a lot of incremental value here as well. So, you know, we'll see. It's got not great matchups, so we'll kind of see what happens. But let's see, this is Barista. Might have misunderstood the timing here. They were just getting ready to eat, or if they were finishing eating in the next 5 minutes. Brought the 6x artifact control against you. Did I? Which? Oh yeah. That was it's a fun one. I like that deck too. I might play that one again this season. Let's see. I've been trying to kind of figure out. I really want to do a little bit more GR this season too, but that was Dariri. Very fun, but also low on the creature control. But I love this deck also. Should be interesting. I'm really thinking PV is going to be a pretty interesting adaptive set. One, because I think it also kind of tests your handcrafting skills, because you have that extra tool for handcrafting with the prophecies and stuff, and just kind of knowing how fast those are going to get achieved and everything, or like whether you're going to put fates under there that might not get achieved as fast. The other one that I'm looking at doing this season is this one. So it's just this very, very interesting like Pester Grove, double looping dirge, triple Albia Stray with the futures past. And then you've got this really interesting token in Savant. So you're doing lots of archiving and then can kind of pull stuff out. All right, CarreyP is in the game though. I might not be on the right screen size here. Hello. Hello. Okay, so my deck, oh, Their deck is going first. We need to remember that. Got first or last, and then some untamed stuff here. What are they playing? It's got the red line. Universal Welcome is an interesting one. Triple Skippy is kind of scary. Do I have scary artifacts though? Probably not. Quantum Finger Traps aren't very scary. Yeah, I think we keep this and just kind of get some untamed stuff on the board. Okay, so there's the archives going right away. We're gonna maybe wait until they play a little bit more here. Don't get to archive that, but we do get another untamed card out of the way, which is fine with me. We've got our Waste Knot if we want to go back into that this turn. Our deck looks decently fast. Double Transparency Report. Entropic Swirl. I mean, it's kind of interesting. Triple Bosun Kreen. That means a good amount of Skyborn pips. Does it do much Amber Control outside of the red line, though? Might be some capture pips, but I don't know that there's a ton. There's the Ace Jonovan Security Detail. Okay, so this is one where we can probably just push to 6, and if we do that a couple turns in a row, we'll be good to go. Okay, we'll get a Skyborn turn here. Honestly, kind of hoping they kill this so we get a little bit more value out of our redemption stuff here. But again, if they don't clear too much here, we might just go untamed again, make a big hand. Freedom to Be is one I gotta watch out for. That is a solid. Ooh. Okay. I'm actually super fine with that being out of the way already. Freedom to Be is a solid key cheat in this game. Secret Missiles. Okay. So I think we can do just about everything we want here with our redemption. We want the mantle on Bordan. So I think I'm gonna purge these two. Retribution, the raiding party. Do the Retribution first. This guy doesn't have Amber on him, so he's not a huge deal. He is going to be getting used multiple turns. That's fine. So we'll go lowest here. Super fine with our monkey getting purged. Niffle ape, sorry. Offended the monkeys. Or I've offended the apes. I don't know which one is more offensive to be. But some nice extra Amber control here with having the mantle on the Bordan. Creature control in this deck. We just saw one of the Seeker Missiles, but there are 2 more Seeker Missiles. Indigo. The Universal Welcome is gone. We've got Entropic and Root Access and Connectome. And then some Bounce and Equidon, and then De-Escalation. So decent creature control, but we really wouldn't mind going pretty wide so we can get force out that De-Escalation, because I would love to get some extra archiving here. Okay, so do go back into Skyborn. There's some more of those Skyborn pips we're seeing. Aerial Peddler. Interesting. So we get 1, 2, 3, 4. So we can go to check here if we go untamed, but we are risking a little bit finding more creatures for this cooperative hunting. I think that's still the call. We'll just save up our Logos until we need it. We get to clear out at least this guy. So we're just gonna reap. I guess I do. Well, cooperative hunting here doesn't really help me. I'm either doing 1 or 2 damage, so we might as well Waste Knot first. And we find a Niffle Ape. So we are gonna Unnatural. And we'll leave them these 3. So they do get to have a good Skyborn turn here. We'll just put 2 on Indigo so it doesn't get a free fight. But again, we'll see. They probably have to go into a different house to stop the key here. Unless they have a way, I guess they could do Ace Jonovan. Does Logos stop a key at all? Only if they have capture pips. So really, Logos and Skyborn are both pretty low on the Amber control, especially with the raiding party gone already. We know the Quantum Finger Trap doesn't have a pip on it. They do have some capture pips though with the Worm Tunnel, so it's possible there's a Skippy or something with that. But going to 6 here, I think feels pretty good against Redline. So we do get the Equidon call, so this could be the security detail, which is fine. We can do some stuff with our standardized. Okay, there's a hoist operation, throwing board in the archives, that's fine. I've already played several Equidon creatures, they've been pipped, but they might not have too many more to play here. Discards, okay, so it is a pipped with the Equidon. Expansion report for Quantum Finger Trap and Skulking Saboteurs. Okay, so it is able to take out the ape. We can stop the key here and clear their board. What color do we want to do? Indigo's dying this turn. I think everything is safe though, really. That blue is the only one that doesn't matter, so we'll just go yellow, and we'll go ahead and go Logos here. Not take the archives. Standardized testing. Oh, that doesn't get rid of the ace. I missed that. Okay, so we do stop the key, but we don't find our EP, so probably still gonna get the key next turn, depending on what they do here. Still have ace, which means 2 Worm Tunnels should be 4 capture pips, yeah, but we haven't really seen, I guess we've seen 1. I haven't seen too many yet. Where else would they be though? There's not a lot of blue on here. So that one was a Seeker Needle, so one of the Skippies, but we know it's not the Worm Tunnel or the Quantum Finger Trap, so like one of the Bosuns maybe has like several capture pips on it. There might be some double capture pip cards here. There's not enough blue for the amount of house pips we've already seen. Interesting. And the amount of house pips we know they have with triple Bosun Kreen and double Vested Herald, that's 5 pips on its own. Okay, so they go Logos here, so they might be able to Rude Access or Entropic Swirl us. There's the Entropic, okay, but they take out the Archimedes, which is fine with me. Because this is the one house that can't fight. They connect, interesting. That's a lot of their amber or creature control, so we're just gonna go Redemption now. Top card of your discard pile on the bottom of your deck. Archimedes. Do I want Archimedes back in the deck? Yeah. Bottom is a ways off, but Titan Outpost is fine with all the Skippies they have. That's not going to be a super impactful card, I don't think. Okay, so now hopefully we force out that de-escalation, get some more archiving going, and then our Logos starts going crazy. We do a little bit with some Seeker Missiles here, but they'd have to have creatures, which we've already seen. Indigo, Skulking. Have to have some Bosuns. The Skippy scrap effect means they can use it against me, which is not good. I don't want them getting that efficiency. Start drawing a card and then getting to archive and throw something valuable of theirs on the bottom of their deck. I wouldn't mind having it, but especially, I guess they don't really have too many discard pips, do they? Maybe they don't have any. Did we see one? I thought we saw one, but maybe not. Yeah, and I guess with one purge, it's probably fine. But again, in this matchup, it's probably a wash if I play it. We're both getting value out of it, unless I can go logos multiple turns in a row. Okay, so here's Skyborn. So there's going to be some Seeker Missiles probably. Ace Jonovan is back. Yeah, so this can do 4 damage. There's one of those capture pips. Ooh. Yeah. Killing off one of the Snorets. They forged the red key, so that skulking is going to do some damage against us if they keep going in that house. I think we just... keep going with redemption here. Get some draws. Got the shark now for some more targeted stuff. And with this lineup, we can do a decent amount of taxing if they burst up here. Still no EP though, it's kind of rough. I think we would have loved to see really a decent amount of these cards. Yeah, the discard pips are... Amber Skies is just weird like that. The houses are all so kind of sectioned up in what they do. Goes into Equidon. So not using the Skulking Saboteurs here. Could be a Vested... Oh, playing the Vested Herald. Okay. Fighting off Snoret. Gets them to check. Security Detail. And a Transparency Report. Okay. So I need to get to check at 6 and try to clear some of this up, and then we can do some archiving. I need to think about how much I can actually archive though. So I guess we're not going to play the standardized. We're just going to hope the shark takes care of stuff. What can I find if I go back into just those guys? Yeah, I think it's worth a Logos turn here. So Reap here and then kill on these two gives me... check on 6. Get the subtle auto. Go shark on the right, killing skulking first. Take out my token. There's always a risk at that. Shark betraying me. And because it's 1 power, I still can't kill that. So maybe I should have killed him. Oh well. Let's see. Do I tax him for 9 here? I think I do. Oh no, I still tax to 10. Okay, well we found the EP, so that means we can blow up a bunch of amber. But this will probably be a de-escalation, which thankfully still only puts us at 6. Would have been better played if my neutron shark was actually knew what they were doing. Ooh, root access hitting Logos is pretty rough there, but we knew that was my Archimedes, so that's actually pretty nice for them. So that takes out the shark, but doesn't deal with the Eddy. And them going logos here means, I guess that doesn't mean we're getting the key. But also, it does mean they're not dealing with my board. Skippy for more archiving. There's another Skippy. No one's got to draw. Where are all these capture pips? Like, they've got to be somewhere, right? Oh, the massing at midnight being hit by the wild wormhole here is kind of sad. Okay, so they moved a Titan, so we're not going to get as much archiving. Move both Titans. It's okay, because if they don't kill the Eddy here, then I think going into Redemption is actually better. Because I can capture one. I guess this guy just steals, so maybe I don't want to capture. Oh, I hate Redline. We know they have it now, so. Does it just. The red line isn't enhanced, so we don't have to kill that. What is standardized kill right now? This guy and the mouse. I think I'm overthinking this turn probably. I think we killed the Eddy here so that we can redraw into it, since we're not going to get to archive it. So we go logos, we do not take the archives. We start with EP. So 1, 2, 3, 4, fight. Trying to play that game with me. Know how this works. So now we fight. And fight, and we'll just discard the standardized and get a nice big hand. Now if they de-escalate, we get the archives. Got our shark back. Got Shrix. But we're at 6. So the big question is, do they have capture here? I guess playing the standardized there would have meant they have to also have a creature if they have capture. Because we've only seen 1, 2 capture pips. So they have to have 2 more capture pips. We've seen security detail? Yeah. Oh, no, 3. Okay. So they have 1 capture pip left, which is sadly the perfect amount. Where would that be though? What have we not seen? On the bosun. I think that's actually really good for us because that means they would have to go into Skyborn twice in a row, even to redline us. Ace is gone and the security is gone. So this might just be a de-escalation. Because the aerial peddler was gone that had the house enhancement on it. Guess I'm missing something. Yeah, I think that means a key for us, which is pretty big here because our untamed archives are going to do plenty. Actually, our redemption archives do plenty here too. So I think playing their deck against ours, a big thing will be capturing onto Skyborn creatures so that you can then fight them into the line and then red line after the captured amber is given back. Okay, there's an all hands destroy Garwin. It's got multiple enhancements on it. Bummer. I think that's okay. Capture on the mouse. Oh, because they're gonna archive the bosun. Oh, with the Vested Herald. Yikes. They didn't get the check. Question is, do we think the red line is archived? Should we just try and snipe it with the subtle auto? Because the thing is, now they could probably have a seeker missile just to clear that. So I think we go to 7. I hate red line so much. Let's see what we hit. Get a Skippy. Not what we wanted, but we'll take it. Let's see. I need to see what Universal Welcome does. That one is center of the battle line. Yeah, so we give him the one with a bunch of amber on it. But we basically have to do that here. Hold the Shrix, because that gives us some recovery. It's going to depend a lot on what else they found on the redraw. This is tough. This is going to be an interesting one. Calls Equidon, so they must have found another capture pip or the security detail, which is also very unfortunate. But if they don't have a way to archive the bosun again, oh, there's a de-escalate. Ace. Ace is pretty good there. So we go Logos, we give them the key, we can archive Shark, and we get rid of Ace, and then they have to have, oh, except that they can, oh no, if we leave this alive, they would have to have Seeker missiles. I think we just build the board again. go to 7. Both these being Skymar. This was such a good redraw for them. So we knew they had... Oh, on this turn? I can't kill the ace. I guess the question... It was a question of whether or not I want to give up a key to them. Because if I kill the ace with the shark, then I go to 6. I remove the taxing, but I also give them the key. Whereas they're at least taxing themselves right now, which gives me a chance to go find the EP again. Or Eddie. Previous turn, they had archive Bosun Kreen, so I knew they had another capture. So I had to force them to replay the Bosun Kreen. They still get a decent amount of value off of a red line here. Maybe that was wrong to go to 7, but I don't want them to be able to just keep finding small things. I swear, if they found the security detail, goodness. I think that's actually better for us, right? So now we can just go to 6 and remove the taxing, except that they're at 8 amber. Yeah, this is bad now. They have so much captured amber. Man, these redraws. Just brutal. So much of this Equidon. So if I fight, I go to 7. Much different than doing the Logos turn. My shark just cannot get it together. I think we about have to do this. Problem is they can just fight here to force us above, so it's just gonna be a race. Man, unfortunate draws, I think. But maybe it was. Maybe that was a mistake on that turn. To not go to 6. But yeah, I mean, I just had to hope they didn't draw into so much capture. Especially the ace. The ace was the perfect draw there. They didn't archive that, right? There wasn't like a hoist operation that gave them that back. It's how it goes sometimes. So they'll fight here, put me up to 8. Maybe they have the, I mean, they have 3 secret missiles, so probably have a way to kill this too. Which means they'll steal 4. If they even get much more than that, then we can't even stop them with redemption. Yeah, they have the secret missiles. Golly. Ooh. fights the Archimedes. I may be too nice giving this to him, but the fact we didn't redraw into any of our logos anyways is just, I don't think there's a way out of this, unfortunately. And the shark missing 2 turns also is just, there's nothing we can do. Yeah, it wouldn't have mattered. Oh man, that's so frustrating. Oh, nothing like a 2-0 loss to start things off. Oh my goodness, it flipped a Logos again. Let me see which deck went first. Okay. Alright, now let's see if we can replicate that. Doesn't feel like too bad of a start. Skippy turn 1. Plenty of options here. Yeah, man, just the red line. Red line is just one of those cards. And they didn't have too much amber control, but yeah, we just didn't. That one capture pip. I should have gone to 7. Probably the 1 turn earlier. So that they would have had to just red line there, because I think all they had that turn was the capture pip and the red line. I don't know that I could have gone to 7 that turn though. Skippy archive, Skippy. And I don't think there was ever a time where I could have like done a really big burst hoping they didn't have red line either. Like it was a pretty close game as far as that stuff is concerned. So double pip retribution. Might as well play this stuff out. We will. This deck isn't too light on creature control, so I don't really need to worry about that. Got one of our capture pips, we'll be able to worm tunnel that hopefully. Said they might need some time with the new deck. Oh man. I don't know. I should probably go back and look at that one, see if there's anything I could have done differently if I played a little bit too shy, too cagey. There was one turn where I could have standardized, which would have set me up for some better creature control the following turn. Okay, there's Archimedes. We can get rid of that pretty nicely here. This is actually going to be a pretty tough turn for them to follow up on because we get nice blocking of the standardized. Play the Shrix instead of fight twice. Yeah, the Shrix having the Amber Pip on it was kind of the problem. It just gained me so much Amber. Okay, so we want to think about this. We want Vested Herald to stay on the flanks in case we find Connectome. That means we're only getting 2 damage on each of these. Okay, never mind. We have to do it this way. So most of their creature control is going to be in Logos, so dealing with this should be actually kind of tough. They won't have too much else to do on their turn, hopefully. They have to go back in and do like a standardized. They have a pretty nice follow-up. I mean, if they play any creatures, we'd probably just go into Skyborn. Otherwise, our Equidon turn looks fairly solid. Transparency, which puts us to check. There's some Logos. Don't get to do any stealing here. Ooh, this card's the Bouncing Death Cork. Interesting. It could still be a standardized. Should be a pretty nice. Oh, and discards the Shark. Okay, doesn't get the archiving there though. So we reap for 3, play this. We get 1, 2, draw 2. Or we do 2 here, reap here. Or we could fight that. We can go Equidon here. Ooh, security details are very nice here. Okay, so we'll play this guy on the right to block Connectome later. On the right. We'll capture here and... Oh man, and we found the ace. I guess we're playing him, but him being on the left. I should have captured here. I don't know what I was doing there. Okay, so we know they've got the Snorret. Let's see if they have any other. I guess with Connectome, you just play Skippy and then Connectome the Skippy anyways. And archiving this guy will be pretty solid. Untamed though, means we're getting the key. And some creatures, great stuff for me to fight here, but if they don't gain any amber, doesn't really help me a whole lot. I can steal one with the peddler. Yeah, I should have put amber on that. That was a mistake. Blue here to turn on the indigo. We'll give them back one amber to steal. So we'll fight the Titan. Oh my gosh, he's an after reap effect. So good at this game, guys. We'll need to fight this board off. That's fine. We leave one of them alive so we can fight it with the raiding party still. Interesting. So maybe it shouldn't have actually been as close of a game as it was. Let's see. So they lost the first or last as one of those tokens. We know they lost the Strix too, which is a big amber control card. I haven't seen the EP yet. Lots of logos gone, especially the BDQ Archimedes and the Eddie. I think we're just going gas here. Archived another logos card, which is pretty great. So we might just go logos next turn. Yeah, this one's going a little bit better. It also makes me a little bit nervous for game 3. That maybe game 1 makes me think it's a closer match than it is. Because the efficiency in this deck, we didn't get to see game 1, I don't think. And this key cheat actually is a pretty big deal if that gets drawn back into. I think we can probably push this for a decent amount of chains. So they could still have like unnatural selection, kills a decent amount of stuff. Standardized hits, 1s and 5s, then 2s and 4s. Ooh, it's redemption now, so no creature control happening in redemption. So this will be, yeah, this Snurret. Full Snurret. Again, let's see, they are just mutants, so Entropic doesn't actually kill one, unfortunately. It would be really nice to kill one so we could archive this guy. I want to make sure we don't archive this guy either. I kind of like leaving an amber here. That way we can force redline. But what are we hitting? And that's a bummer. I can't kill those Snurrats if I go logos here. I can archive one of them, but Mantle's on the Chronicler. Pretty fair. So that means I think we just hit that with the swirl. Drop that. Let's do Leap here first. Question is, do I archive this guy or do I just archive both skippies? Let's play one. Always draw first, right? Root access too. Root access is actually... Oh, it only hits enemy creatures. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, we're going pretty crazy here. Man prompt. Skippy. Discard retribution. So I should have maybe played that first, I guess. But again, not sure it really matters here. They might have to have EP. Please don't come here again. Not you, Captain Gale. The bot. Yeah, this makes me a lot more scared for game 3. I think the chain bidding. Luckily, I think this means they'll probably be willing to go decent amount of chains. Which there are some chains in it, but I don't know if it's quite what they did. I think it's a very interesting decision to just ditch some of this stuff here. Because they could have played Bouncing Deathquark and at least killed one thing. Could have played the shark and just sack itself, kill another. Like, they just didn't do any board control against this stuff. And I think you need to keep Skyborn especially under control. Oh my gosh, this is so funny. So if they put creatures over here, they could put this into the middle and then I could universal welcome it, take it back, use it that time. Take one of their other creatures. No. Okay, they did not hit the red line. That would have been so sad. Okay, there's the EP, but we do still get the key, and they standardized. Killing the Mollymawk and the Indigo, and the token. Can I get to check here? 1, 2, 3. No. That is very possible, that red line hitting that. Yeah, I think we just call Skyborn here. But we don't need to take the archives, so we're just gonna leave that. Okay. Fight. Steal one. Universal welcome to take that back. Reap with that, give it back again. Go ahead and just kill it there. Oh, I did my math wrong. Do I hold that? Nah. I don't think we need it here. Okay, so they know we have red line. They have played. They have one more standardized, which does do more here because we're on 2s and 4s. Found another capture pip. So I think we just need to close this one out and go to game 3. Very interesting though. Okay, Snarats are back. Along with Frankus. They gave us some good targets for Skyborn. So Get a free steal there. We can reap to blow up one of these. On the right, we'll capture onto. Oh, they don't have any amber. We'll just reap. They can take us off key and redemption either way. Man, yeah. Game 1 was a little bit closer. Interesting. They go untamed, so that should be game then. Ooh, there's the unnatural. This is gonna be tough. Tough chain bids. Cooperative does some more killing. Phlox'em for some amber. All right, so we've got what it is. Adaptive best of one. This is barista. I think we bump straight up to 5. Trying to think. I mean, the Logos is pretty solid. We need to make sure we focus on killing creatures with amber on them because we don't think there was any capture in Logos, right? Worm Tunnel wasn't, Skippy wasn't, and Quantum Finger Trap wasn't, so 7 chains. The problem is the board clears. Do I think they'll go 9? It's going first, so it gets creatures on the board first. Yeah, we'll go 8. I could see them passing here, but I think I pass if they go to 9. Having a long think about it though. Those skippies give you so much value. Okay. I think 9 will be enough. Right? Let's see. So there are the 9 chains. We're going first. We've got our deck. We get discards right away. We get some creature control right away. Alright, yep. I like it. If auto hits the red line right now, that will be insane. They've not mulliganed. Okay, so no mulligan. Don't finger trap first. That means they have stuff in hand they like. Which sounds great with my auto. Command prompt. That's not what we wanted. Don't love the 2/2/2. I really don't love the 2/2/2. But we'll see what we can do. I think we take another turn to get the mantle down on something just to force some creature control. And we get to 5, which is not 6, unfortunately. If we could get the check next turn, that would be huge. Huge. Ooh, Entropic, it's not good. We just do it anyways. Strix is pretty nice. We've got a visitor. That's okay. A lot of amber. That's also a lot of the amber control out of the way. We get to kill it with Shark, do some archiving. Discarding Torado is not my favorite. Alright, we've got the EP. It's pretty big. I think this is not going the way we would like it to. House pips make the chains too good. I could stop the key here, but I don't get to check. I think I need to move some of this untamed stuff. Do I? Played a lot of redemption, so maybe I just get the redemption out. Yeah, 4-card turn from a 5-card hand, but again, when they have the house pips and stuff, and they had some draw in there. And they get the hits on the root access, hitting the first or last. Hmm, interesting. I don't think I mind it. Now we get our own archiving going. They've kind of hurt their own hand a little bit. Oh, we've just got so much untamed garbage. I think it is still archiving the redemption right now. We have so much untamed to draw into. I wonder if we should have mulliganed to find more untamed. Like that just feels like so much untamed, right? Yikes. And we don't even get to check if we go untamed here. I don't think this is looking good. Just operations, come on. We technically go to check and stop them in redemption, so I guess that's what we're doing. Let's see if we can get this key through. They already have 3 in archives too. I guess that's creatures they just archived, huh? I don't know. I don't think this is looking great, but game 1 was just so close. They've got to have a hand full of Skyborn. Like, they've hardly even touched that house yet. If they just capture 1, we're going untamed here. I think we have to let the key through. We've just got to start cycling. This is so bad. Just has the Seekers, or just has the 1 for Seeker. That's totally fine with me, I think. Capture Pip, though. Dang it. Oh, we can kill the raiding party at least and keep archiving going. No. Play this. Play monkey. Start taking our board back a little bit. Creature control. That's 2 Seeker missiles. Connectome, hoist. All hands gone. So they've got another Seeker missile and then the 2 Vestids and de-escalate. So all of their creature control is basically an Equidon, which I left them an Equidon creature. Maybe a mistake here. That means this massing at midnight should actually get us a lot of value. I think we're okay doing that at this point, especially if it hits some of those other untamed creatures. This is tense. This is a kind of a crazy game. Very interesting matchup, I think. Low amber control. Kind of lots of scary creature deck versus kind of more action heavy. The red line chess game. Okay, so it's the Equidon turn, which should mean we're getting the key here. Yeah, there's the de-escalate. Vested and contract execution. Okay, so we don't want to do blue, right? Yellow. We've got Untamed into Phlox'em. Feels pretty good. The issue is my amber control moving forward is pretty bad. So I'm massing at midnight. Where's it? The one we didn't want to hit there. Refill the board, but again, we're kind of out of luck on the amber control game. I guess we've got a second Snurret, which is good. Got Archimedes, so we can actually BDQ this one to archive it too. But we are back in the position where we just have to go to 6. Maybe. We'll count some cards here. No, because we haven't seen the Bosun Crane with the capture. There's a different one. I think we're just wiping their board here, though. Archiving a bunch with the Archimedes. Okay, they're playing that one. I will... Oh, no. See, this is why I shouldn't have played it. Now they get to put their Bosun on the bottom of their deck. But that means they don't have it next turn. Because no matter what, they can only draw 6. Oh, they didn't. Put the Vested Herald under there. All right. We'll take this. And not generating much amber this turn. Okay. It's Logos time. Have to kill the Peddler here, so that means I can't reap with all of them, but we do get to archive 2. So we'll reap. Reap. Yeah, might as well archive all of them. I'll leave one alive. Okay. At check, we're drawn through. Go ahead and archive our other Snurret. We've got Eddie now. Try to find EP. Do they have another amber control option? There's one more capture pip. What's that on again? Is it 2 seeker missiles with capture pips? It might be. They have to have a creature to put it on. Oh, if we got this key through here, it would be so huge. Our redemption call here could be really good too. Because we can just put the mantle on Garwin and then just start pulling stuff we need. Oh, they have a creature. There's the seeker missiles. That's okay. We can deal with that. Okay, so we're going to play Titan, play Eddie, archive mantle, fight, and we'll go ahead and toss Molly Mock to give me another token and archive that. Now I've got a repeat. All right. They did redraw, so it is possible they found some amber or another capture, but they also have to have a creature to put it on. And I think we can play this game for a little bit now. Actually, we could probably just push to 7 now because we found the EP. If they found a capture. And if we get this key, I guess we reap back up to 6 exactly. I mean, I can't imagine these all survive this turn. Big think again. Okay, so it's Equidon. Hoist operations. There's Vested Herald. Don't you dare have a capture pip. All right. That is massive. Do we take the archives here? We've got Eddie, Garwin. Yes, because we're still gonna re-archive a lot. Now it's gonna be basically just Untamed. There's no reason to fight because we can just BDQ if we need to. Might be worth holding one of these. I don't think it is. We've got the first or last now. So now the math starts getting really interesting because red line has a limit on what it can actually stop. I don't think we're there yet. Don't actually love some of the stuff we're seeing in here right now. This last key is still going to be tough to get. I might just play the redemption here because we still get to check because of the citizen. Oh, we didn't drop the chain either. That's unfortunate. A lot of their Equidon stuff is gone. I wonder if they're considering just doing a de-escalate here. I feel like they've held that for a while. Because we never saw it on their first playthrough. Problem is they now have like all of their capture pips back. With the redraw. It's a bummer there was no way to get a check there. I think that would have been really huge. Okay, so they take their archives. Universal Welcome to Titan. Skulking, Halyard. Leave it there. Interesting. They do get to archive again. Just purge the indigo. Fight the skulking. Oh no, we don't get to fight if we do. Oh, we do get to do this. This is actually tough. They have to have a Equidon creature if they have to do the de-escalate. Could be Ace Jonathan, Scrap Scrounger, or Peddler. I think this turn is going to be a big decider. I'm going to call logos, though. I think I'm going to try and get something off the top with Wild Wormhole. If that could give me another pip. That's not the right way to go. So now we're just playing this game. Killing the Indigo would have been nice, but they're still only getting one fight off of it. If it's Saboteur, or not Saboteur's raiding party, that's bad, but otherwise I don't care too much. And they just went Skyborn. They drew into other Skyborn. Okay, there's our capture pip bosun. Let's see if he's got the archive for it. Issue with this deck is there's just not a way for it to burst to, like, I mean, to get around red line, I would have to go 11 plus ace is like another 2, so I'd have to get to like 13. I do have the shark here, so I might just go logos. Oh no, because I can mantle to fight the bosun. Because I need to kill these two. Have to get rid of that bosun before it gets archived. Back to check at 6. Keep archiving. Okay, how much burst do we have in redemption now? We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You don't. That's just not quite enough, especially with EP gone. Okay, Worm Tunnel for nothing. There's Skippy for archiving. Skippy. No capture? Did we do it? Did we do it? Oh, wow. Wow, what a game. That was so stressful. Oh man. Yeah, it is a very cool deck. Triple Skippy too. And they did get to use it on the Titan, which was it was relevant this game. You were wondering, Captain Gale. All right, that was a very stressful first game for KAGI, but we got there just barely. Oh, it's the sign up. That's the wrong one. Okay, with that though, I really need to go back to work. That was a little bit longer than I was expecting. But very fun. Just good games though, all three of those. Some crazy. I mean, game two was a little bit rough for them, I would say, but that's why we love KAGI. You get to see these decks and the chess match and just fun stuff. And this was a very interesting matchup, so love it. All right, let's report. We're an unfathomable. Kelly. Okay. P1. We bid 9 chains. Did the winner play their own deck in game 3? Winner's deck is Talk. Mine is a 74. Was Skies. Let's take a look. Oh wow. It's only a 68 too. That's a solid 68. Man, that's crazy. I would take that going against 75 to 80s any day. Oh, Dinobot, welcome. Sorry, we're just ending, but yeah, good luck. I mean, played super well. That was very intense games. It's a cool deck too. But I think that's going to be it for me today. Be on the lookout for more KAGI videos as we get back into the season. It should be a pretty good one. Very excited to see it. But thank you all for hanging out. Captain Gale, good to see you as always. And Dinobot, we will see you all next time on Phlox'em all, not the final refrain. This is just my channel now, again. All right, we'll see you all later. Have a good one. Bye-bye.